Hi boys and girls, welcome to our word study lesson for From Bad Boy by Walter Dean Myers. Again, this is a memoir. It's written in first person. This is a typical memoir as it is written using paragraph form, and it's a memory from Walter Dean Myers' life. So in our word study today, we're going to look at root words, specifically Latin root words. So many of the words that we use today come from Latin, which was the language of the ancient Romans. And a root word is just as it suggests. It is a word or word part from which other words grow, usually through the addition of prefixes or suffixes. So the Latin root word that we're looking at is spec. The word respected is formed from the Latin prefix re, which means back, and the Latin root spec, which means look or see. So with this information, you can make an inference about the meaning of the word, that respected means that you look back according to this when you put those pieces together, but respected means that you look up to someone. And this is on page 65 of your My Perspectives book. So let's look a little bit further into this. So spec is our root, and that means see or look. So we have words such as spectacles or inspect. And you can see on the left here, there's spectacle, speckled, suspect, respect, speculation, and spectators. So let's look at the first word, spectator. This word describes a person who watches something such as a sporting event or a play. So let's break it down a little bit. So spec means to look, and we're going to look at spectator. So the definition is a person who watches at a show, game, or other event. The root is spec, and that means to see, look, sight, appear, behold, examine. And it has a suffix on it, or, which means denoting a person. It means like this is referring to a person. And a sentence that you could use for it is, what is the spectator looking at? Now let's look at a couple other words. Spectacle. We have the root spec and the suffix ticle, or ACLE, and the word describes something being displayed for the public to see. So if you look in this cart, the child's crying and throwing a little temper tantrum. He's making a spectacle of himself. And these other two pictures, these are a spectacle for us to be in amazement of because they're beautiful. The next word is spectacles. Again, we have the root word spec and the same suffix, but with an S on the end as the previous one. And that totally changes the meaning because spectacles are glasses. They help someone see better. Next, we have speculate. Again, the root is spec. The suffix is ulate. And this word means to look at and think about something from different points of view. So speculate, one point of view might be from a fisherman and how he feels about catching that fish. But then the other side could be from the fish's point of view and how he feels about being caught. So speculate means to think deeply about something from different points of view. Then we have circumspect. We have the root of spec, but this time we have the prefix circum. Now this word means to carefully look at all possibilities before acting. It shows that you are being cautious and aware of consequences of your action. And next we have inspect. Again, we have a prefix on this word meaning in, or the prefix in, and then the root word spec. And this word means to look carefully in search of flaws or mistakes. So you are now going to work on this Latin root worksheet. And again at the top, it gives you some explanation of the Latin root spec. In part A, you're going to read the following words containing the Latin root spec and their definitions. Now you need to keep in mind that spec means to look or see, then select the correct word from the list to complete each sentence. And the words that we have are spectacle, speculate, aspect, prospective, and introspective. So number 1, let's do together and figure out which one of these 5 words best fits in the sentence. Krista could only blank about what had happened to her watch, but she did not remember that the clasp had been loosened. So what can she do? What do you do? What is she doing about her watch? Does she know exactly what happened to her watch? So is it a spectacle, something remarkable? Is it speculate? She's thinking about something and making a guess about it. Aspect, a way in which an idea can be regarded. Prospective means that it's expected or likely to be. And introspective means tending to look within one's own thoughts. So if you look at those definitions, the only word that makes sense here, and hopefully you agree, is the word spectacle. Or speculate, I'm sorry. Speculate. So she's thinking about something and making a guess about what happened to her watch. So you're going to finish numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the same manner. Now, in part B, for each of the following items, think about the meaning of the underlined spec word. And use a dictionary if you need to. Then you're going to answer the question. Use the underlined word in your answer. Okay, so you have to use that underlined word in your answer. So you're very familiar with work like this. So number 1, a new aircraft has passed a rigorous inspection. Is the aircraft likely safe? You're going to explain your answer. It can be yes or no. And then you need to use the word inspection. So you would write yes or no because the inspection, and then finish the statement. And then number 2, Lila enjoys soccer, but only as a spectator. Does Lila play on the soccer team? Explain. So this again would be a yes or no answer. And then you would say yes or no, comma, because a spectator blank. And you'll finish that statement. So since there's only 2 here, I'm not going to do an example for you.